Hey, friends! Amy Clinton here, coming to you from my very favorite summertime spot, my back porch. I absolutely love to just sit out here and take in the sights and listen to the birds and just enjoy summer. So I thought that I would come and share with you for a few minutes today something so fun that I love to do and really gets me excited and dreaming, is to share with you two lists that I keep on a regular basis and that I continue to add to, and why they're so important to me, and to encourage you to maybe start to do the same. So the first one is my bucket list. You guys, I know so many times, like, have you ever said, oh, that's definitely on my bucket list. I definitely want to do that. And we've all talked about a bucket list before, but do you actually have one? Have you written your bucket list? I have. And I keep it in this, look, it's this little junky notebook. I started this in 2012. It's seen some better days. It literally says my lifetime bucket list and joy list. And we're going to talk about that too. So to start with, my bucket list, one of the things that continues to draw me back to it all of the time is the fact that it lets me dream about things that I want to do. I've also in here created what we call a reverse bucket list, because I've gone back over the course of my life and I've thought about all of the things that I've already done that are exciting enough and big enough things that, darn it, they deserve to be on a bucket list. So I went back whenever I first started it, and I just started thinking about all the things in the past, and I just started writing some down. So here's the beginning of my bucket list. Number 1, marry the love of my life. That's definitely bucket list worthy, right? Some other things that are on here, things like go to Mexico, own a pool, move away from home, get pedicures with Emily, go to a baseball game, swim in the ocean, play on the beach in the moonlight, a horse-drawn sleigh in the snow, go to a drive-in, go to a hockey game, have a pillow fight, be surprised by a party. That was my 30th birthday party. Celebrate 25 years of marriage. Catch a fish, skinny dip in the lake, go to a concert, right? All of those things are some of the things that I've marked off on my bucket list. Some of them happened in the past, and that was okay. Whenever I started my list, I just started adding them. Some things that are still on my bucket list that I want to do that I haven't completed yet. Go on a hot air balloon ride. Watch Emily get married. Parasail over the ocean. Cruise to Alaska. Go to California. Write a book. I'm actually working on that one. Travel by train. Go to Italy. See my son perform in a professional opera. Have a helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon. Eat lobster in Maine. Go to Wrigley Field. Go to the Kentucky Derby. Host a conference, right? Just all kind of things that really excite me and things that I look forward to. And here's what I noticed most about my bucket list is it's not things. You guys, we don't want things. Not on here do I have, own a mansion or, have $1 million. There's nothing wrong with that. Those things are very valid things, and there's nothing wrong with wanting them. But I just noticed, for me personally, the things that I value most are experiences. And so that makes me plan experiences, right? If I didn't realize that that was what was important to me, I wouldn't know that that's where my focus should be. So whenever there's like something big and I'm like, oh, do I want to buy that sweater? Do I want to buy that sweater? Or do I want to take that money and go experience something? Every single time I will pick, I won't say every single time, most of the time I will pick the experience just because I know that that's what I value, right? So I want to encourage you. I want to know, do you actually have a written down bucket list? Do you have one? Do you refer back to it? Do you cross things off of it as you do it? Do you add things, right? Just recently, there have been things that I've added. Let's see. Oh, stay at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs. That wasn't on my bucket list. And we were given the opportunity unexpectedly to go there. And we went and we had such a magnificent time. And it was so incredible. And it was a wonderful experience that I thought that deserves to be on my bucket list. So I came home and I wrote it down. Stay at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs. And I crossed that puppy off. The other was visit the Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs. That was amazing. Deserved to be on my bucket list. So I added it and crossed it off. So if you don't have a written bucket list, I encourage you to start one. And I encourage you to also put down your reverse bucket list, the things that you've already done, because you might be surprised just how much you've already accomplished and you just haven't even recognized it. The other list that is in this little old journal is my happiness list. And these are just things that I have written down that have made me happy. So far, there are 111 things in here that are just simple things that make me happy. A warm blanket, coffee in the morning, watching a comedy, a good book, a hug, a delicious dinner, a great glass of wine, a lunch date, snuggling with the dog, orange toenails, a weeded garden, how green everything is after the rain, giggling kids, sunsets, a night out with friends, watching the garden grow, a good storm, a bubble bath, a mid-afternoon nap, warm 80 degrees days. These are all simple things that don't cost $1. And I've put them in this little happiness list because, number one, to go back and to read it just makes me happy. Like, I am just happy to sit and kind of remember the time that I wrote these. And the other thing is that whenever I'm kind of stuck and I'm feeling not so great and my energy is lacking and I'm like, I just need a quick pick me up, I can pick up this list, and a lot of times it inspires me to go do something, right? Like go take a bubble bath, go enjoy a book, go outside and soak in some of the sunshine. It reminds me that these are the things that I love. Orange toenails. Every time I paint my toenails orange, it just makes me smile. So if I'm feeling kind of down in the dumps, I'm gonna go grab the orange toenail polish, right? Just simple things to make you smile. It doesn't have to be complicated. So it's another thing that I encourage you to do, is to simply just write down the things that bring you joy. So between your bucket list and your joy list, I want to hear if you've decided that you two already have one or you're going to start to keep one. It's two of my really favorite things. This little journal I keep tucking it away someplace and it gets lost for a few months or even a few years. And I get so excited whenever I find it and I pull it back out every single time and I start adding to it again. So it is just another piece of the puzzle. It's another piece of the puzzle that I intentionally use to live a full, abundant, exciting life. It doesn't have to be big. They don't have to be full of extravagant things. It just has to be things that bring you joy, things that are important to you. So I hope that you implement those lists. I hope that they bring you as much joy and as much happiness as they have brought to me. And I look forward to talking with you guys